Alice here. A wintry day, and it's time to start my planning for spring. Container gardens. 3 easy ideas for spring. I'll be covering pots and containers planting ideas to spark your thinking about what to do for your garden this spring. All of the examples are coming from Butchart Gardens on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. They have an amazing array of containers and pots all over the gardens. It was really interesting for me to see how they used a variety of spring plants to produce pops of colors, different results as you walked around the garden. This is to give you a head start on your planning so that when you go to the garden center after having been inside a lot during wintertime, you don't get overwhelmed. Oh, everything's so beautiful. I don't know what to choose. I've heard a lot of people say that. Come with your plans so that you can choose the look that you want, the type of blooms, the type of plants that will be just right for your yard. Let's look at examples of some beautiful planting combinations. First, a traditional design idea for containers, something for thrill, which is a vertical, usually height, something for fill, which fills in the middle of the pot with a bushy kind of plant or plantings, and something with spill that goes over the edge of the pot so that your eye goes down and you have a beautiful cascading. These examples, there's some height for thrill, there's some density for fill, and there's a plant starting to spill over the edge. The second easy idea for your spring garden pot is take your container and put it on an elevated surface, on a table, a ledge, stair steps going up, or even the top of a waste receptacle, adding a little interest. Some containers are using a different strategy in design. They're using single plants. They have a monochromatic color scheme or the same plant but with different colors so that the height is the same, the proportions are the same. They have a mass of them. They're going for a big wow or pop with their plant. The third easy container planting idea is a hanging pot. Some considerations before you get started. Where are you going to hang them? And what are you going to hang them on? If you have a winter storm, what are you going to do? Are you going to be concerned that the pot is going to go flying off? Is it going to bang against the side of your house and maybe break the pot? Or if you have siding, damage your siding or a window? Or how are you going to water it? When you water it and the water comes out of the bottom, whether you're using a wire hanging basket with moss or one of the newer container type baskets, what are you going to do with the runoff of the water? This goes for any pot that you might be using on a paved surface like your patio or your balcony. Have something underneath the pot to contain the water so it doesn't run off the edge of your balcony onto the balconies below, or it doesn't run across your patio and cause stains. And you need to know at what height you're going to put this hanging pot. So can you easily reach up and water the pot? For some people, especially seniors as we get older, sometimes lifting a watering can up above our heads and trying to manage that is not the easiest feat. So consider that when you're choosing hanging pots. They are beautiful and they do add a special cachet to entranceways. Final considerations so that you are successful with your spring garden, your summer garden, your fall garden, and that as you look out your window or you drive into your area or you walk out on your patio, you go, ah, how beautiful is that? Number one, plants in containers dry out faster than plants that are in the ground, especially if your area is windy. If you water them in the morning and you come back in the afternoon, they may have dried out. If they're in full sun from morning till evening, they can easily dry out. Fertilizing regularly is something you need to remember to do. Nutrients will be leached out of the soil because of the continual watering that you need to do to maintain container pots. I use a liquid fertilizer that I can mix in my watering can, use it that way, and I just do it every other week. If you're having blooming plants, those need to be deadheaded. And the reason we cut off the blooms that have died is so that the energy of the plant will go into producing another bloom on the area that we've trimmed back. Also, plants can get leggy and grow up skinny. For a visual effect, you want to pinch back the growing tip of some of your plants so that they will produce branches that go out sideways and fill out and make the plant bushier. Next consideration, you have a life outside of gardening. If you want to go on a vacation or for a long weekend and you're not going to be there to water your plants during their growing season, who are you going to call? How you are going to manage vacation time and having your plants continue to grow and thrive. Hopefully you've got a neighbor to do that for you or family member. Some people use self-watering containers, and that's something that you can look into. If you're going to go that route, you need to get the self-watering container from the start because you're not going to be transplanting your plants halfway through the season into that container just so you can go on vacation. And final consideration, safety in the garden. Be careful when you move your plants. They're heavy. Use an appropriate piece of equipment to move your plant around. Don't try to bend over and pull. That's the worst kind of body mechanics, and you can strain your back. And that's the last thing that you want to do is hurt yourself when you're gardening. You want to be healthy, fit, and enjoy your gardening. I hope you've had some ideas about what you can do with spring pots in your garden and even in your yard. It doesn't have to be on a patio, on a sidewalk, up on your porch. You can put a pot out in among your plants and enjoy it out there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up greatly appreciated. Comment below with your experience and information that you have to share. We all benefit. Here's some other videos that you may find interesting and watch next. And if you've not subscribed, subscribe. Garden Yay! See you in the next video.